All right, it should have been the trial of the century. Prosecutors had a chance to expose the who's who of the Democrat elite, but didn't. Yes, they convicted Jeffrey Epstein's partner in crime, Ghislaine Maxwell, on 5 of the 6 counts that she faced for, quote, luring teenage girls to be sexually abused by Epstein and who knows who else. But the reality is, the trial turned out to be a farce. Of course, we knew a guilty conviction was coming. What still amazes me, though, was the lack of coverage through all of this. The media all but ignored this trial. The power of Jeffrey Epstein's friends, and yes, most likely clients, must run deep. Even prosecutors punted. Not one sex trafficked victim took the stand here. I'm sure the fear was, who else are they going to implicate, right? So Maxwell, a predator who deserves to go to prison for a long time, will most likely be the only one held accountable for the Epstein underage sex trafficking ring that we know catered to the East and West Coast rich and famous, aka powerful Democrats. Well, I want to welcome in my panel. Co-hosts of Chicks on the Right, Amy Jo Clark and Miriam Weaver are here. Amy Jo, Miriam, welcome. Amy Jo, I'll start with you. This trial was all but ignored by the media. Were you at least at all surprised by that?
Not at all surprised that the media ignored it. But we know that there were countless other names on those court documents. And so today, when I heard the verdict, I was like, okay, but listen, it's not that I wasn't delighted that she is going to be put away forever. But who are the other people? Is there going to be anybody else that's going to go down for this? Because we know that there are so many other rich, powerful, famous people that were probably involved in this.
Miriam, do you think the power of those people, when you run down the list of names that have been thrown around here, had anything to do with the prosecution basically punting, not bringing any of the victims in, and of course the media punting as well?
Yeah, I think it had everything to do with it. This is the case that makes the tinfoil hat on my head just like squeeze really tight, because everything about this just reeks of corruption at every level. And the interesting thing at this point, I guess, will be to see if Ghislaine Maxwell actually has a set of cojones and wants to come out of this as a bit of a hero by starting to name names. I mean, I know she's got to risk being unalived and all that. But seriously, at this point, she is our only hope of ever learning the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I think she knows after what happened to Epstein, she comes out and starts singing, she's going to end up dead in her prison cell. And I really do believe that's probably going to be the likely outcome if she were to start to roll on some of these people. All right, on a little lighter note, maybe lighter, I'm not even sure about this. I want to show you a piece of video that we're seeing now running on some of the networks. It's of Joe Biden and his wife and the new dog walking on the beach. Now, check out Joe Biden. He's wearing a mask, of all things, if you can imagine. He's all the way on the right of your screen there, as you can see him shuffling down the beach. But Amy Jo, in a mask on the beach, come on, what's going on here?
Well, not at all surprised by that. And listen, I know I'm supposed to comment on the mask, but I just need to point out that I feel really sorry for this new puppy. Because one false move by this puppy and he's going to end up on some family farm or in a friend's house somewhere, because we all know what happened to Major, right? He's going to be replaced by a cat soon.
Yeah.
But
it's the worst what happened to Major.
Not surprised by the yeah.
It's amazing. Major got kicked to the curb and went to a family friend's place. Now, I know the leftists in Los Angeles that love their dogs, and you can't even think about giving your animal away. They go crazy. Again, speaking of another pass, Joe Biden got one here. Miriam, you got that issue. And then, you do have this issue with the mask, though. It's all for show. And to me, he ends up looking more ridiculous than anything.
Well, of course. And at this point, I'm just surprised they're not masking the dog, because it's all virtue signaling. So they might as well. I mean, I don't think Jill was wearing a mask on the beach. But I mean, at this point, I won't be surprised, really, if the CDC starts putting out some new guidelines saying that we need to mask up our pets. Things are getting crazy.
Yeah. Joe is supposed to be vaccinated. Jill's supposed to be vaccinated. They're outside. Even the CDC acknowledges you can't get it from outside. Yet he's wearing his stupid mask. It's just, it's unbelievable. Amy Jo Clark, as always, good to see you. Miriam Weaver as well, great to see you. Ladies, have yourself fabulous New Year, please.
New Year.